Do you ever feel like no matter how much time you spend learning English, your progress feels slow? You study grammar, memorize vocabulary, and watch hours of English videos, but when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of English learners around the world feel the same frustration. But here's something most people don't realize. You don't need to study for hours every day to improve your English. You don't need to move to America or the UK. You don't even need to have a native speaker by your side. What you truly need are simple, smart, repeatable habits that fit naturally into your busy life. And that's what this video is all about. I'm going to show you exactly how to practice English every day, even if you're busy, even if you're shy, and even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. By the end, you'll have a daily plan that helps you speak more naturally without translating in your head, boost your confidence so you don't freeze in conversations, improve your listening and pronunciation together, and most importantly, make English part of your lifestyle, not just a subject you study. Let's start with the biggest myth in English learning. Many learners believe that grammar is the key to fluency. They think if they master tenses, conditionals, and vocabulary lists, they'll speak fluently. But the truth is different. Real fluency doesn't come from studying rules, it comes from daily use. Think about how children learn their first language. Did they sit down with grammar books? Do they memorize words like subject, predicate, or auxiliary verb? Of course not. They listened, they repeated, they made mistakes, and slowly, naturally, they became fluent. That's the same way you can learn English. You just need to create daily habits that mirror how real language learning happens. And today, I'll walk you through them one by one. So grab your notebook, or simply listen closely, because once you understand this method, English will no longer feel like something far away. It'll become part of your daily rhythm, as natural as brushing your teeth or checking your phone in the morning. Let's start with step 1, listening. Because listening is the foundation of everything. When you listen to English every single day, your brain starts to recognize sounds, patterns, and sentence structures automatically. You don't have to understand every single word. The goal is to let your brain absorb the rhythm of the language. Start small. Listen to a short podcast, a YouTube video, or a favorite English song. Play it while walking, cooking, or cleaning. Don't worry if you only understand half of it. That's perfectly fine. Your brain is still learning subconsciously. Make English your background sound. Let it play as you live your life. Because fluency begins with exposure. And if you make this one small change, listening daily, you'll already start to notice that English feels smoother and more familiar every week.
Now that you're listening every day, it's time to take the next powerful step, shadowing. This technique is one of the fastest ways to train your mouth, your ears, and your brain at the same time. Here's how it works. You listen to a sentence in English and immediately repeat it exactly as you hear it. Don't stop, don't translate, don't overthink. Just echo the sounds like a reflection in a mirror. This might sound simple, but it's one of the most effective fluency tools ever, because it forces you to speak naturally, not from memory, but from rhythm and sound. Let's try it together right now. Repeat after me. I want to improve my English every day. Good. Now again, a bit faster. I want to improve my English every day. Now say, I listen carefully and repeat confidently. Excellent. And once more, I listen carefully and repeat confidently. Finally, say, shadowing helps me speak naturally. Perfect. At first, shadowing might feel awkward or even difficult. You might miss a few words or fall behind, and that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's training. With just 5 minutes a day, you'll notice your mouth getting used to English sounds. Your pronunciation will become smoother. Your confidence will grow. You can do this with any video, podcast, or movie clip you like. Choose a speaker you enjoy, play 1 or 2 sentences, and repeat after them. You'll be surprised how quickly your English begins to sound more natural and fluent. After all, fluency isn't about knowing every rule. It's about rhythm, sound, and comfort, and shadowing gives you all 3. Now, once you start shadowing daily, you'll begin to notice something new. Your mind will slowly start to think in English. And that brings us to step 3, thinking in English. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest breakthroughs in learning English, thinking in English. If you've ever frozen during a conversation, it's probably because you were translating in your head. You think in your native language first, then translate into English, and by the time you find the right words, the moment has passed. Sound familiar? That's totally normal, but it's also the reason many learners struggle to speak fluently. To truly sound natural, you need to think directly in English without the middle step of translation. So, how do you do that? It might sound difficult, but it's actually easier than you think. You start small. You start simple. You start with the words you already know. For example, in the morning, instead of thinking, "I need to brush my teeth" in your native language, think it in English. Say it quietly to yourself. It's morning. I need to brush my teeth. When you're making tea or coffee, think, "I'm making tea. It smells good." When you're walking outside, say in your mind, "The weather feels nice today." These tiny thoughts might seem meaningless, but they are powerful. Because every time you think in English, your brain builds faster connections. Soon, English will stop feeling like a foreign language. It'll start feeling like your second voice. Here's another trick. Narrate your actions like a simple story. For example, while cooking, "I'm cutting the vegetables. I'm frying onions. The smell is strong but delicious." Or while working, "I'm writing an email. I need to focus. I'll take a short break soon." You don't have to say these things out loud every time. But when you do, it's even better because your mouth and brain start working together. Later, when you're more comfortable, you can even start short self-talk sessions. For example, look in the mirror and talk for 1 minute about your day. Say, "Today I woke up early. I didn't want to get out of bed, but I did. I went to work and I finished a big project. I feel proud." This kind of personal speaking practice is powerful, not only for your English, but also for your confidence, because you're practicing freely, without pressure or judgment. If you do this daily, just 2 to 3 minutes, your thoughts will start forming naturally in English. You'll stop translating. You'll stop pausing to find words. And when you speak to someone, your ideas will flow smoothly, just like water. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about training your brain to live in English one thought at a time. And when your brain starts to think in English, you'll notice something else. Your pronunciation and rhythm also improve automatically. That's because your mind and mouth are finally working in sync. Now that your thoughts are shifting into English, let's move to another powerful daily practice that builds real fluency: reading aloud.
Most English learners read silently. That's fine, but if your goal is to speak fluently, you need to read aloud. Why? Because when you read aloud, three powerful things happen at the same time. Your mouth learns the shapes and movements of English sounds. Your ears hear your own voice speaking English. Your brain connects words, ideas, and rhythm in real time. It's like a gym workout, but for your English voice. The more you do it, the stronger and more natural your speaking becomes. Here's a simple reading aloud routine. Step 1. Pick a short paragraph from a book, article, or story. Step 2. Read it slowly and clearly. Focus on pronunciation. Step 3. Read it again, this time faster, with rhythm. Step 4. Read it one last time with expression, as if you're performing it to a friend. You'll be amazed at how much this boosts your confidence and clarity. Your tongue and lips will start to remember English sounds. Soon, even when you're speaking freely, your pronunciation will sound smoother and more natural. Now let's go further, beyond reading, and talk about how to make English a real part of your daily life. Because true fluency doesn't come from studying once a week. It comes from small, smart habits you repeat every day. Here are 5 powerful ways to live with English daily. Change your phone to English. You look at it dozens of times a day. When you see English words like update, settings, or delete, your brain picks them up automatically. Write a short diary every night. Just 3 sentences about your day. Today I met my friend. We had coffee. I watched an English video before bed. That's it. Simple, quick, but powerful. Record your voice. Speak for 1 minute about your day. Listen back. You'll hear your pronunciation, grammar, and natural flow improving over time. Join an English group online. WhatsApp, Telegram, Reddit, or a small study community. Practice reading, texting, or voice chatting. You'll gain confidence through real communication. Use short videos to shadow and repeat. Pick 20-second clips on YouTube or Instagram. Listen, pause, repeat, and mimic the speaker's tone. Each of these habits might seem small, but together they create unstoppable progress. 10 minutes of listening, 5 minutes of shadowing, a short thought in English, a quick diary entry. That's all you need every single day. Fluency isn't built overnight. It's built through consistent, joyful practice. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, today, with one habit, because every small step you take brings you closer to confident English. You don't just study English, you live it, and that's the real secret to fluency. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which habit will you start today? Tell me in the comments below. And if this video inspired you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because on Confident English Journey, we'll keep exploring simple, real-life ways to help you speak naturally, confidently, and proudly in English. Remember, fluency is not about perfection. It's about progress, one small habit at a time. See you in the next episode of Confident English Journey.